Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakakadash. All praises to the Most High, in the name of the Son, in the name of His Holy Spirit. And we give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Bakiyar. I want to get into this prophecy that's coming to fruition right now in the world stage, in current events, and right in accordance and right in exact alignment with the biblical prophetic timeline for the breaking down of Babylon and then the subsequent turning and betrayal of the nations that were in a conglomerate with America, the Great Babylon, turning and betraying this fucking whore, okay, which is described as in the scriptures as this place as a filthy fucking prostitute that pretty much had its legs open to be fucked by the other nations to get what they wanted, right? They trick off by paying a little investment, or sowing seed in that commerce. See, it's heavy because they call it seed money. Anything that's used as capital to start up an enterprise. That's what these fucking nations do, and then subsequently the people of these nations, they come over here and do that. They make their little investments. They get their seed money together, and then they attempt and endeavor to build commerce, to build a business. All right. And it's likened into tricking off, man. All right. And that they were going to eventually see the filth of this fucking place and see how it had in turn fucked them over, because they're sitting over there going to town on this hoe, not realizing they're being corrupted by the disease that is America, which is that philosophy primarily, and then on the other turn, seeing that you were getting fucked over monetarily under your own nose. For example, a lot of these European nations that are in NATO and the EU, that are in a conglomerate, in an ally with America, it would benefit them and profit them by a landslide for them to fuck with Russian energy. But because of sanctions and different fucking restrictions placed on them by America, they have to fuck with American energy and different American resources. Okay? So, and it's mentioned that it fucks with their pocketbook heavy, because the energy is not only like 2 or 3 times the amount in cost. It's like double or triple the cost of Russian energy, American energy, but it takes 2 and 3 times longer for that energy to be delivered. The transit, the fucking the commute from America to Europe is 2-3 times longer or more. A rough estimate, could be 10 times. Just check out the distance from Russia to Europe as opposed to America, and then the fact that shit's on the same landmass, so to speak, Eurasia they call it, Europe and Asia, Russia, and all that. And you have to get the energy over to Europe from America by boat or plane, right? Not sure the exact way, but we know that it's separated by they say the pond, by a fucking massive Atlantic Ocean. Okay? So it's not even fucking quantifiable how much cheaper it is to fuck with Russian energy. Okay? So I mentioned that to explain how these nations are going to realize that they were getting fucked over monetarily and then primarily with the philosophy. Because when you poison the mind of the people of a nation, it's more irreparable than even fucking up the economy of a nation. When you poison the fucking minds of the people and they become wicked, wretched fucking subjects. Like in America, for example, fucking homosexuality and perversity. This perverseness that is going on with, what do they call that? Like this deviancy, sexual deviancy. You used to have a traditional union between a man and a woman fucking since the beginning of mankind, pretty much. You had some people dealing with other weirdo shit, but for the most part they were dealing with traditional union, right? Until you have now fucking just completely bugged out shit. And that's now going it's counterproductive to procreation. Okay? And that's how it's affecting these fucking societies, to where they want to get their hands on America, and when they realize it, they're gonna take pleasure in turning on America, man. So let's just get this prophecy right here. This article going in on Austria, which is an EU nation. I'm just gonna read the first paragraph. Austria opens ruble gas account. Vienna's OMV insists it's not violating EU sanctions by opening a Gazprombank account. Austria's oil and gas conglomerate OMV said on Friday that it had opened an account with Gazprombank to pay for Russian gas imports, insisting that the scheme does not violate the current EU embargo against Moscow. Austria imports some 80% of its gas from Russia. We have implemented a payment process that does not violate sanctions and ensures timely payments for gas supplies, an OMV spokesman told Reuters on Friday evening. We consider our payment obligations fulfilled with the transfer amount in euros. Facing a ban on trading in euros and dollars, Moscow introduced a new mechanism for gas payments from unfriendly countries at the end of March. Okay, it says countries that impose sanctions against Russia have to set up accounts with Gazprombank, where the payments in the currency of their choice will be converted to rubles for the final payment. As of May 12th, a total of 20 European countries have opened such accounts. Okay? So this has already been deemed as betrayal. This has been deemed as a violation to NATO and the EU, who are in a union, who are they are a conglomerate together. NATO and the EU. They fucking they get together on a whole plethora of topics and issues. Okay, it can be said that they're in an alliance, NATO and the EU. Absolutely. Okay, and it's been deemed as a violation for these nations, which Austria is a part of the European Union, which I just mentioned is in conglomerate with fucking NATO, which is directly allied, tied in with America. All right. So 20 of these, not just Austria, but 20 EU countries have now said fuck your sanctions. We're fucking with Russian gas. And they did it, they circumvented the little sanctions and bullshit by getting this account. It's pretty much like an account straight with Russia to cash out for this energy. And like I mentioned, it's a no-brainer to fuck with that energy in the form of cost comparison, because you're paying like 10 times more at the end of the day from the commute time and multiplied cost to the American energy. It's a no-brainer as it pertains to cost comparison, man. So this is an example. This is a prime example, and we're seeing the beast is right now starting to hate the whore. Okay, this is straight out of prophecy, and it happens gradually, right? It doesn't just all of a sudden they pushing the buttons. No, it is a gradual process, but we're in the point where it's an exponential, because it's been fucking heating up and cooking up in the form of the anger of these nations against this whore. All right. This is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So all these nations, these European nations, are gonna fucking they're gonna burn this whore with fire. They're gonna eat her flesh. They're gonna make her desolate and naked, and they're gonna burn her with fire. See, and it's all in succession that they were gonna start to hate her first, starting to hate the whore, then make her desolate and naked. When they start to divest and pull out and do and do exactly what we have here, fuck with other foreign forms of resources, foreign forms of resources, further crippling the American economy. That's making her desolate and naked, amongst many other things. Okay? Shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's eventually when they're going to take part in some way. It's either they're going to actually fucking shoot a nuke over here, or they're going to be complicit in the nuclear powers of the earth launching their missiles to America to destroy it with thermonuclear fire. All right, this is in Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. That's completely self-explanatory. The men that were in thy confederacy, that means quite literally NATO and EU. That's his confederacy, his alliance, his conglomerate, okay? His council. They brought thee to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. So them that are at peace with thee specifically is literally talking about that confederacy, which is that alliance of nations. They were once at peace with you. They have deceived you. So they have continued on with the guys and the fucking pretty much the cap, for lack of a better term, that they fuck with you, but they really laid a wound under you. And how did they do that? It's primarily by this economy, man. The fucking American economy. What makes it go round is not really domestic. They rely on those foreign revenues from foreign entities. Okay. Just like it mentioned, America said, don't to you, to all them nations and shit, don't fuck with Russian energy. And what did they do? They said, fuck you. We got bills to pay. We got shit. We got shit popping over here. You know what I'm saying? It says, there is none understanding in him. Okay. So we're in the midst of prophecy coming to fruition exactly as it's according to the scriptures, man. All right. Finishing off, Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Okay? So Babylon is attempting to bolster the economy with all these different methods. They're fucking scrambling to attempt to bolster the economy by all these methods, but it's not going to take effect. It's going to actually further implode this fucking place. For example, that bomb went in, can be interchangeable with like that quantitative easing. The bomb sluggy. See, so the bomb was in the form of that QE, the quantitative easing, and all his different methods for bolstering the economy, right? Printing fucking money with all these goddamn stimuluses and bailouts and shit like that. But what is that gonna do? It's gonna further fuck him over, cause that hyperinflation and implode the goddamn dollar, and then what? And then this place is completely finished. So he's he's further destroying himself. He said, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth into the heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. All right, so we're in that process right now where these nations are starting to realize what's going on. And it's been for a while, but we just see it more frequent. These things are being surfaced about these nations realizing that America's fucking finished, that it's wicked, that it poisoned the minds of the people of their nation. And they're starting to divest and pull out. The great divestment from America. Okay? And not just monetarily. Spiritually, mentally. Okay? Because this place breeds nothing but filth and wickedness. And we know what the wages of that is death. This place is just, it's wrought with death. And it's time for it to be wiped out of the way. All right. So with that, all praises to the Most High, Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Shalom.